Welcome to another installment of 5-Minute Tones. On today's video, I want to dial in a stereo fuzz preset. This is inspired by the recent Dweezil Zappa rig rundown with Premier Guitar, where essentially Dweezil is using a dual amp setup in the Axe FX 3 and then pairs of physical fuzz pedals, mixing and matching them, not only to get a different character out of the sound, but to make the stereo image sound super wide and girthy. So let's see if we can get something similar to that using the tools available in the Axe FX alone. I've got a pair of the Plexi 100 watt 1970 models dialed up. This top one, I've got it set to the left input select. Balance is 100% to the left. And on the second amp, I've got the right input selected and the balance is 100% to the right, using my free cab IR over here in a stereo setup. So again, panned hard left and hard right. As we saw there, the low cut is at 80 Hertz. The high cut is at 6.5 kilohertz. A little bit of large room reverb on there with the Strat on the bridge pickup, then the neck pickup. That's a great starting point. And what we have here is a dual mono setup where the amp and the IR have the exact same settings on the left channel as the right channel. It's basically just this monolith coming down the center. Let's add the Pi-Fuzz Russian to each of these chains on here. Stock settings, except for the wicker switch, which I have engaged. Again, this is just sticking with that dual mono setup. What we're gonna do though is change the second drive block over to a different channel and a different fuzz model on there. This is going to make everything sound super wide and gnarly. That is so much fun. It's so disgusting, and separating out those two channels into different textures makes the guitar sound so wide. When we clean up the tone with the volume control on there, each fuzz model reacts differently to that, and you've got this spectrum of blended fuzz on there. It's really, really cool, combining the octave distortion, which is doing kind of the slinky Octavia sound, with the super fuzz, which is just so fat and wild sounding. They both do that octave up, almost synth-like effect, especially if you play on the neck pickup, roll your tone control all the way down. You can add loads of drive on each of them on there, and we could make, say, the super fuzz a lot brighter on here and the Octavia a lot mellower sounding, again with the tone control all the way down on the neck. Another combo that I like is the Face Fuzz Drive cranked up and the Ram's Head Big Muff with the tone switch and wicker switch off. Then you could place a phase 90 in front of them with the LFO phase offset to 90 degrees. So you're getting slightly out of phase modulation on the left and the right channel to further exacerbate what is happening with these two drive pedals. So we'll go back to just the crunchy plexi, then I'll bring in the pair of fuzzers, then we'll put the phaser on it. There's a few ideas to play around with. I'd encourage you to use these as a starting point, and you can mix and match fuzz models. You can mix and match any drive model that you like. You can even use this trick with different amp models. What I like about keeping the amp model consistent on here is that it's roughly going to keep the volume, compression, and distortion characteristics pretty consistent as a starting point. Then you can use the drive pedals to change up the texture on each channel. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments section below. Let me know what your favorite combo of dual amps and dual fuzzers or drives is. And if you like this kind of video and you want to support what I do, there's links to the music that I make with my band Ragdoll and my Patreon in the video description. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.